Hi everyone, welcome. We are speaking about Bordeaux en primeur. So what is Bordeaux en primeur? En primeur is the primary method by which Bordeaux has been selling its wine for many years. Traditionally, the harvest in Bordeaux, as with the rest of the Northern Hemisphere, is from the end of August up to around October. And what would then happen following the harvest is in the April or May of the next year, wines will be tasted by professional critics, by people in the trade, and then Bordeaux would start releasing their wines at certain prices. And the basis for doing it this way really comes from the early days of Bordeaux, when the Bordelais would sell their wines this way to get in cash early to finance their harvests, which had just concluded. And the incentive to the consumer for buying so early, because you would only take delivery a year or two later, is that the wines would be offered at very attractive prices. Over the last number of years, Bordeaux has come under a lot of scrutiny for the way it sells its wine and how the whole system works. However, at Wine Cellar, we've been doing Bordeaux en primeur for 25 years now, and 90 or 95% of those campaigns, if you were the consumer buying en primeur, you would have been better off buying en primeur than you would have if you bought in retail. Let me give you a couple of examples. Right here is a wine that many of you know well, Chateau La Roque, a firm favorite here at Wine Cellar, a great Saint-Emilion property. This was offered in 2022 during the 2021 campaign, remember, just after the harvest, for just over 520 Rand or so a bottle. Today, it would retail for just under 800 Rand a bottle, currently available on our website. That's roughly 40-45% that you would have saved if you bought en primeur versus buying it on retail. Another example of a top-end property that everyone loves who drinks Pauillac, Lunch Barge. Similarly, 2,200 Rand is what you would have paid during en primeur, and now available online for 2,800. So again, a good 20-25% saving buying en primeur versus buying in retail. Currently, we're busy with the 2024 campaign. And even though it was a tricky campaign for Bordeaux, a tricky harvest, not as straightforward as the more recent warm vintages, but with classically styled wines with light frames that will actually allow for a little bit earlier drinking, whereas the top wines would still allow for many years of maturation. The exciting thing, especially from a South African perspective, is that the wines are very attractively priced, and there are some terrific wines available. Many of the top wines 30, 40, 50% down on the pricing of a year or three ago. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in Bordeaux or en primeur, please send me a mail and I'd be happy to reach out to you. Thanks.